Hello, 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 everyone, and welcome to the second bowl of Serial Podcast. We are your host. I'm David, a local gamer and actor,
And I'm Jonathan, your local 3D printer developer and modeler.
and we're two brothers who talk about television, movies, gaming, and whatever jingles our bells.
Yes, very festive, David.
Yup.
Are you gonna do a whole episode in Christmas form?
Yup, the Christmas
Uh,
David special.
yes. Well, yeah. So, I think for today's episode, I want to start off by talking about Sonic Crossworlds.
Ho ho ho.
Because, yeah, I just got the demo and it was really good, so then I got the full game.
Ah, I didn't
I
know the demo was still out.
Yeah, I figured it was temporary, but no, apparently it's been, well, maybe it was for the winter sale.
The
But
demo's just
yeah.
single player, right?
Good question. It looked like there was an option for multiplayer. I mean, the option was open, but I never clicked on it and got to a screen that said like, "Hey, purchase open the Steam store or whatever."
Yeah, I remember when they had like the live beta event. I never
Yeah.
did get to play, but I
Yeah.
heard about it and it was sound like great stuff.
No, yeah, honestly, like super good, super good. I'm surprised how much more I liked it compared to Mario Kart, what's it called?
Yeah, Mario
Road
Kart
Trip
World.
World. Okay. Mario Kart World Tour, right?
World Tour, I think
Yeah, I
so.
was gonna say I thought it was a compound word of some sort. Um, but yeah, the I mean, like I remember okay, so when I played World Tour, I remember thinking, oh, I really liked it. Like they got the controls down.
Yeah.
Super tight, super smooth, super fun. But then also, yeah, they did shoehorn in that whole the road trip thing a lot, like linking
Yeah,
one stage to the other.
the intermissions.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan of that. Kind of it made the tracks a little bit boring sometimes, right?
Yeah. They are experimenting with some updates. Like there was an update like I think a little less than a week ago where they changed a few of the intermissions to have a few more turns and obstacles.
Okay, well,
They were like on the ocean parts, so if they had
mm,
planned to do it on other parts, it's probably going to be trickier.
well,
But they are
mhm.
making some effort to change the way those things are.
Okay, well, that's good to hear.
Will it be enough to compete with Sonic Crossworlds,
Yeah,
though? Who's really to
honestly,
say?
yeah, because here's the thing. I feel like at this point, because mechanically, right, from like a gameplay standpoint, I think Sonic, yeah, the Sonic Crossworlds definitely has. I want to say in most aspects, right? Because like in customize, well, maybe not. Okay, so cart the machine customizability, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like drifting is amazing. Turning, right? Like dangling, braking, converting from road to land to sea, and then also choosing between instead of a car, like in the Mario ones, you would do either a car or a bike.
Yeah.
But in this one, you do a car or like a hoverboard type thing.
Yep. The
On it,
extreme gear.
yeah, it's really cool. And I know that's like what, like a reference to Sonic Colors or something like that.
It's a reference to Sonic Riders.
Riders. Okay, okay.
Their like original racing. Well, not original
Yeah, right,
racing.
but the last racer, or at
Yeah.
least yeah, no, because there
The last
was a
racer
few
they
other
made
ones.
before they made the change into carts.
Yeah, full on carts. But yeah, honestly, both like it's a lot funner to choose between the machine and the board than it is to choose between the cart and the bicycle in the Mario Kart ones. And not
Yeah.
even like maybe not even that much. And honestly, it might even be just like a variety thing at this point. But honestly, maybe Mario Kart should have done something a little bit new, right?
Yeah. I remember when Sonic Cross Worlds was like coming out, like one of like the racing did look fun, but one of the
Yeah,
more like things I was excited about were the interactions with the characters. Because
yeah,
like they're like in
mhm.
the solo campaign,
Okay.
there would be rivals that you'd have within the Grand Prix, and they would have a little interaction with each other,
Mm.
and
Yeah.
those
Yeah.
were
I've
all
played
really
through
great.
most of the Grand Prix at this point. Like, yeah, everyone has interactions. Everyone kind of has like, oh, you passed me, or whatever.
Yeah, those are
Like
like within the race as well. That's right.
yeah, definitely. Yeah, and, like not just voices, but like little cartoon pop-ups come up of like the other character saying something, as
Yep.
well as the voice line. So that's also really cool. And like it's not super obtrusive to like the UI, so it doesn't feel like clutter. It's very quick, but it's still readable.
Yeah. And did you hear about the DLCs coming out?
Yeah, I can see it. They have it all on. They have it all locked. That's one of the
Yeah.
things that I don't like about modern game design in terms of like how they structure the DLC. Is like when you have like unlockable characters or levels or stages or whatever, they show them in the base game, but they just
Yeah.
put them behind a lock. And that's
Yeah.
just the worst thing in the world because they know
Uh,
we want to unlock all of those as completionists.
yep.
They know, but no, they can't just turn it off for if you don't buy it. No, no, that would be. They want you to know that you're missing out on the whole game.
Any DLC characters you are excited for though? There's a lot
Yeah, I mean, I
of
see SpongeBob and Patrick, and that's pretty
yeah,
crazy. I did not
SpongeBob.
expect that.
Yeah.
I know the Minecraft people are there. I'm not a huge Minecraft head, but I
Yeah.
appreciate the inclusion. The carts also look fun for the Minecraft stuff.
Yeah.
I forget who the last ones are. I mean, I know Joker's also in it, right, from the
Yep.
Persona series. Who else? Do you know?
There's the Yakuza guy.
Oh yeah. I forget that guy's name, but yeah, he has like a red leather jacket, kind of.
Yeah, pretty funny entry. And
Yeah.
there's apparently a few other like the one that was really cool that I saw when it
Hmm.
came out, they added comic book original characters. The
From
from the
Sonic?
Sonic dub yeah.
Oh,
The
from
Sonic
the Archie
comics.
comics.
I think it's not Archie anymore. I think it's
Oh,
something else.
IWD.
Yeah, I think that is
Okay.
there's Tangle and Whisper. They're
Okay, is that
pretty prominent characters in the new comics and very interesting characters. And it's cool to know that they're putting the comics into the well, I
yeah.
suppose it's considered main series game. Kind,
I
it's a
mean, have they
racing game.
been have they been in any
They've never been in
games?
any video game,
Well, there you
Sonic
go.
video
That
game before.
makes
This
it
is their first
notable.
appearance into it in a game.
Okay, nice. Look, because yeah, that's what I was gonna kind of say. Where like from a mechanical standpoint, and even visually it looks beautiful.
Hmm.
Like they have everything just looks really good. It doesn't like overwhelm the senses, and it's also super fast. Um, the one thing that I think kind of maybe is, and this is just even from a nitpicky standpoint, or maybe not even there's not like any kind of objective standpoint, but like I think that I'm pretty sure the Mario IP is stronger, right? Like
Yeah,
when you go to the layperson about buying a racing game, you're like, oh, you get to play as Peach and Bowser and Wario and
yeah,
Luigi, and like okay, they at least kind of know that they've heard of those people. But
yeah,
if you tell somebody you're gonna play as Big the Cat or Sage, like, come on,
yeah.
they're not gonna be excited about that. They're not gonna be like, yeah, man, I want to pick up Sonic Crossworlds.
Uh, I was
Again, the game is amazing, but
yeah.
unless like that was like I was a big Sonic fan when I was a little kid, and I even read some of the comics. Definitely
Mhm.
watched a lot of the cartoons. Saw a good chunk of Sonic X. I remember when that was on like
It
Saturday
was on
mornings or
Four
Fox
Kids.
4 Kids. Yeah.
Yup. Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I never really got in like super deep into the lore of all the other characters.
Yeah. I am super into Sonic right now. Like
Yeah.
I'm the I like right now I'm not super into the racing games, but
Okay.
this Crossworlds is like definitely
It's
seems
yeah.
like a grade above some of the other ones. Is it better than Sonic Riders, which I love so much?
Mm.
I'm not too sure. They at least brought the
Really? Have you
extreme
played it
gear.
yet?
The
Because
Sonic
I've
Riders?
also played some. Yeah. Oh wait, no,
Yeah,
I'm not
they're like
Sonic
the
Riders.
original Sonic Riders.
Oh my bad. I'm thinking Sonic All Star Racing because that's the one that
Ah,
I played
I
also.
did play that one as well, and
That one was really good.
that one was pretty okay.
Yeah, not like amazing. It didn't blow anyone out
Yeah,
of the water, but it was a very surprisingly good title. Very
yeah.
fun.
But yes, the like when I heard they were bringing
Mhm.
Extreme Gear back, I was
Yeah.
pretty excited. And then when I heard they're kind of just almost an alt color, on like an alt to the car, where it's like basically they almost play the same. I was like, uh, I miss doing all the like a whole bunch of tricks, just mashing the joystick
Yeah.
around while I do go off of ramps.
Uh,
I miss those days.
okay, yeah, yeah.
But
No,
with
yeah, this one you only get do tricks when you jump off of a ramp. Also when you go on like one of the wires. There's not a lot of
yeah,
wire like grinding, but there are some portions of grinding. But
yeah.
it's definitely not like I wouldn't call it a key component of the game.
Yeah, but I am definitely surprised I haven't played it yet because I like all these new characters as well. Like
Yeah,
Sage from
yeah,
Sonic
yeah.
Frontiers. She's a great
Okay.
character.
See, I
And
never
sh
played Frontiers.
oh yeah, Frontiers is so much fun.
I'm surprised they haven't included the Wolf Sonic anywhere.
The Wolf Sonic?
Yeah.
Like the
Like,
werewolf?
yeah, the werewolf Sonic from what, like Sonic
Yeah, the
Knights or
Sonic
something?
Unleashed. I'm pretty sure
Sonic
he
Unleashed.
wasn't.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he is a
Oh,
DLC character in
r-
Crossworlds.
really? I have
Yeah,
not seen that.
I'm fairly certain I
Okay,
saw him.
maybe, maybe. All right.
One
Okay
thing I
then. Mhm.
was also a little bit turned off. Well, not like
Mm,
turned off,
sure.
but
Yeah.
like when I heard like all the DLC characters weren't gonna have
Yeah.
voice lines,
Oh, I did not
I was a
know that.
little,
That is actually very
yeah,
upsetting.
yeah. Like they don't have like many the rival interactions. There's none of that. I was like, that
Well,
would have
I
been so.
mean,
I understand
I'm
it, but
gonna
imagine
get
how cool that
Tom
would have
Kenny to
been.
be like, "Hi, Sonic, I'm getting all the Chaos Emeralds." Ah. Like,
Yeah.
what are their
But
interactions?
imagine a world where we could have Tom
Uh,
Kenny talk to Hatsune Miku.
yeah. Oh man, you know what? If they did it for Nicktoons Unite, they could do it for this.
I know, right? Like that
Uh,
new Nickelodeon like RPG game, the 2D one.
oh, wait, are you talking about like the one where they're all in like Knights of the like?
Yeah, that one
Oh,
where
that
it's
looks
all
so
2D. Yeah,
awful.
they've got a lot of voice acting in that game, and
It
that's
it looks terrible. I mean, I'm
it.
excited about the content, but it looks
Yeah,
awful. It looks,
art
oh my
style's
god.
not that great, but
I'm
I've
not
heard
gonna
the
ever
gameplay
play it.
isn't
Really?
that
Okay.
bad. It's
Oh,
not that bad, but
okay.
the voice acting is definitely like the biggest appeal for me because they've
Yeah.
got all the interactions with a bunch of different
Yeah,
characters.
that's always fun. I like hearing
Yeah,
that. Like Danny
that's
Phantom going,
yeah,
"Hey Jimmy Neutron, you got this thing." And then SpongeBob be like,
yeah.
"Yeah, guys, and I got this thing too. Yeah,
Uh,
Danny." And then doing the Zim and then yeah.
yep. We love it when characters interact with each other, like in the Nicktoons All-Star Brawl.
Yeah,
That's
also,
also
yep.
a fun one. That's got a lot of interactions in like the second game.
Okay, yeah.
That's what we love to see. That's what we want more of.
Yeah,
Give us
honestly, if you're
more
gonna
of
do a
that.
crossover, put in the voice lines.
I know, right? Like, how dare they?
Yeah, I'm pretty bummed now that you tell me that because I was kind of
I
excited
know,
about
right?
maybe getting the SpongeBob one, but if there's not going to be any voice like at all, not even a laugh,
Like
like
I
what
think they
is
might have
this?
like a few like generic voice lines during races. I
Okay,
think they may have added that, and like at one point it was gonna be that they didn't even have those, and then they changed it. I don't remember,
because that would be
but
super jarring. That would just feel like it's an
yeah,
incomplete game if there's no voice lines.
yeah, like the original Nickelodeon's All Stars before they added the voices.
Yeah, yeah,
That was very weird to look at.
right. It's such a like such a I don't know what you would, but yeah, it's just
Yeah,
such a waste of potential.
I know, right? Like like some of it, like I understand you don't want them talking all the time. Smash Bros.
No,
Found
yeah,
like a healthy medium of all the
yeah.
grunts and voice lines appearing,
Here's the
where it's
thing,
not
don't yeah,
overwhelming. Yeah,
yeah. Like I understand not having hyper specific lines, but they should have a good chunk of voice lines. Even
yeah,
if it's generic, even if it's just, if it's not him interacting with anyone, SpongeBob doesn't have to say, Big the cat at any point.
yep,
If he did, then I would pay for that DLC, just
yeah,
of an MP3 of SpongeBob saying Big the cat.
yep. I mean,
I
hey,
would,
we have canon interactions between Minecraft Steve and Pac-Man, though, I guess. I mean,
yeah, yeah.
the way they interact in the game is how they'd probably interact every other way.
Oh man, yeah. One thing I was thinking about, when we went to that the the Makers Fair, we talked to that one R2D2 shop
Yeah.
And at one point, they were saying, "Oh, we're trying to get all these voice lines, but we don't have anybody that can do the impressions." And I suggested if they have maybe you could find like somebody on Cameo, maybe that guy does that, right?
Yeah.
I wonder if Tom Kenny is on Cameo, and then we could just get
Yeah.
get him to
His feet
record
something
Big
that
the
like
Cat.
that'd be funny.
Yeah.
Tom
It's over,
Kenny.
Big the Cat. I have all the Chaos Emeralds.
Uh,
And there's nothing
that's
you or Hatsune Miku can do about it.
who's that in the corner? Mega Man, the super fighting robot.
But
Uh,
yeah, yeah, I mean, there we go. That's Crossworlds.
yep, that's Crossworlds. Speaking of racing games,
Uh-huh.
another big one that
Oh,
came out that I've been playing a lot
yeah, that's
has
fun.
been Kirby Air Riders.
Okay.
That game, my friend,
Yeah.
despite the complete lack of voice acting,
Yeah,
has, yeah. I
it's
mean,
not
they don't
I
talk in the main series game.
yeah, that's yeah, that like if you told me that versus like or that as a or and it's in the same vein as like Mario or Zelda, right? Neither of
Yeah,
them really have any voice lines in the main games, right?
yeah. But yeah, that game has been so much fun.
Yeah, really
That
good. I've played
game,
it a few times.
oh
Mhm.
yeah, the amount I've think like I've gotten the milestone recently where I've played City Trial over 300 times now.
Damn, nice.
Yep, it's
Uh,
been so much fun. All the new content, all the returning content. It's just been so much fun. Like every time I have the chance to like try to have someone else play alongside me, I've been trying. I've been
nice.
trying. Not too much success, but the times they've been like, "Oh my gosh, this is crazy." And I'm like, "I know,
uh,
right?" But yeah, that game is beautiful. It's got amazing mechanics.
mhm.
It's got so much variety where it's like, what even is a regular game in that isn't just
Uh,
a blast of rainbows in your face? But yeah, that game is like some of the best parts has just in City Trial.
mhm.
Like the best part isn't even like the ending competitions, it's the road to there, which like they understand, which is why they added a whole bunch of events and stuff into City Trial. Like
Yeah,
returning ones like the pillars or like the machines are going extremely fast now and other things, and they add new ones where you've got the Halberd, which is Meta Knight's ship, come flying by. You've
yeah,
got new bosses like Krakow and the Grand Wheelie, where most of the times it's not even good to fight the boss itself, but fight the people trying to fight the boss. It's so much fun to
uh,
do that.
nice,
Uh,
nice.
but yeah, that game and the air ride, which is like the normal racing aspect of it, has just been so fun. Like it's hard to find the right
Yeah,
combo of cart and character you want to play as.
I
Like it's
remember.
hard to
Yeah,
want to
I remember
stay
we were
fun.
playing with Jackson a few times. I wasn't
Yeah.
super crazy on it, but then we tried with the slower ones,
Oh
and those
yeah.
were a lot
We
easier to
we
control. Then
did
I
the
got a
slow tempo mode, which is
yeah,
surprisingly like despite me loving the fast-paced mode, slow mode isn't
mhm.
that less fun. Isn't that much less fun
Yeah,
to
yeah.
play. Because
And
like in a
you know
way,
what?
it's almost like you feel like you're playing in slow motion, so the things that you're doing make you seem fast, like the
Yeah.
actions you're doing.
Like I'm pretty sure that Kirby Air Ride, at least the race modes, are
Yeah,
faster than Sonic Crossworld matches.
yeah,
Um, Even though I'm sure they use more like speed visual effects in the Sonic one to make it
yeah.
look like it's going faster. Yeah, like yeah, the actual speed compared to the background, I'm pretty sure
Yep.
it's faster in Kirby Air Ride.
Oh yeah. And then let's see. Other great aspects of it is they did add a new mode where it's kind of like a roguelike mode where you're playing all these different stages and then you get a power up after, and then you can also get other vehicles, and then like in order to like fully beat the game there is a
Mhm.
true ending mode that you need to collect
Oh,
all the vehicles for before you reach the final point,
okay.
and then you fight like I mean I almost want to spoil it, but like
Uh,
it's just so awesome. Like
okay,
it's like
yeah,
in a way, it's
it's still
also
new. It's still new. I
yeah
wouldn't. Yeah, don't spoil
yeah. I won't spoil it, but it's just the ride there, and then it also feels like a
it.
spoiler to say another new thing. But they also added
Mm.
two new legendaries. But
Okay.
it's you only unlock them once you beat, well, not you unlock them, like you unlock them for offline play. On online play you can still come by them naturally, but you don't get them in offline play until you beat the endings of the road trip mode,
Okay.
both the regular and the true ending.
Hmm. Okay.
But yeah, this it's just been so much fun to keep playing. I need to play more road trip. That was a lot of
Uh,
fun.
yeah.
But I just keep coming back to Central.
And we're back to the second bowl of cereal podcast.
Yep.
Our guest today is David. David.
Hey.
Now,
Um,
our episode for today is going to be generally about whatever happened to Robot Jones.
uh-huh.
Yeah. But
That
I say
is,
generally because even though I don't have a huge amount to say, I do have a lot to say about the cartoon robot genre as a whole. And we'll probably delve into those shows specifically when the time comes, but this feels like a nice preamble.
yeah. I'm assuming Robot Jones isn't one of the first, but
Mm-mm,
you
no.
can. It's definitely not one that gets brought up too often, and yet it
Yeah,
seems like it's. I've heard a lot of great buzz of it.
definitely. Yeah, it only had two seasons. One was the first one was six, and the second one was seven. So that's 15 episodes total.
Wow.
Yeah, each episode was about 10 minutes too. So it's
Yeah.
not a lot of runtime.
Yeah. Had quite a nice art style to it.
Yeah. So here's the thing about whatever happened to Robot Jones is that it took its art style from that kind of like 70s, 60s psychedelic cartoons in the vein of Schoolhouse Rock, right? Like I'm just a
Yeah.
bill
Yep.
and yeah, it's got kind of a psychedelic kind of look. I wouldn't say super similar to like the Beatles when they have their cartoon segments.
Uh,
But honestly, there's a lot of similar in their like artistic color styles because there's some points where like robot geeks like freaks out or like he glitches out and like there's a bunch of like flashing lights and stuff, which I would imagine might also not have played well for the epileptic audiences.
I'm sure they had a good time.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, it was like a retro futuristic kind of environment. It was supposedly, or not supposedly, but it was supposed to be in the past, right? I think it's supposed to be in the 70s or 60s or 70s, but or sorry, it says in the 1980s.
Uh,
But they have like higher technology. So
mm,
think like Fallout, right? How like they have like that kind of 50s aesthetic, but then also futuristic.
yeah.
Yeah.
Also, when did the show come out?
Oh yeah, the show came out in 2000, it looks like. Well, at
Really?
least the pilot. So the pilot was bundled together with I'm trying to I mean it was eventually going to be oh there we go, Grim and Evil, which becomes
Yep.
yeah,
Yeah,
Grim Adventures of
billion.
Billy and Mandy.
Yep.
Yeah. So it was, look, how in the Oscars where like oh, some movie won an Oscar, but then other movies in that same year like oh, they didn't win the Oscar that year, but it's hard to compare Oscars year to year because not all movies have to compete against all movies, right? They
Yeah.
only have to compete against things that came out around their time, or specifically for them for that year. For this series specifically, yeah, Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy, that is a powerhouse of a show.
Oh yeah, definitely. I
So yeah, I
remember it
mean,
was
if it was
so
gonna,
good,
mhm.
our parents wouldn't let us watch it as
Oh yeah,
children.
no, yeah, anything that involved a skeleton,
Yep.
or yeah, magic of any sorts. But yeah, this one was Grim and Evil, which was like two segment shows, right? It was Grim Adventures of
Yep.
Billy and Mandy, and then Evil Con Carne. So
Yeah.
both of them got spun off into their own shows. I don't think Evil Con Carne lasted as long as Grim Adventures, but
Yeah.
it was still pretty well known, pretty well liked from my understanding.
Yeah. What
But
if
yeah,
Robot
so
Jones had two shows come out of
yeah,
it? One
exactly
robot and the
right.
other
Just
one
two
Jones.
barrels.
Yep.
But yeah, unfortunately, it did not win out. It only did last for those two seasons. Another thing that was kind of weird about the show, or rather its production, was that for the first season they used a Macintosh, the '98 text to speech, to do all
Yeah.
the voice lines for Robot Jones,
Yeah.
which, depending on who you ask, right, that might be a good thing, it might be a mistake. But then
Yeah.
the second season, they brought in a human voice actor who did a really good job, in my opinion. Let me
Yeah.
see, where is the voice actor for? I want to say Stevie Sucks. No, not Stevie Sucks. But yeah, I mean, they then redubbed the first season voice lines with this new voice actor again.
Oh, they did?
Yeah. So there's two versions
Ah.
of that first season. I don't know if it was every episode, but a good chunk of the episodes at least.
Wow, I never knew that. That's
Yeah. So
cool.
there's two versions of those episodes out there, one with both of them and one without. Uh, but but yeah, we had some good voice talent in this show, in the form of Josh Peck, if you know of Drake and
Ah.
Josh. Yeah.
Wait, he was Robot Jones?
No, he was not Robot Jones. He
Oh,
was
okay.
one of the two bullies. Yeah, they were
Okay.
these two bully kids. So yeah, so Robot Jones had a bunch of characters. Two of them, yeah, he had some friends, he had a crush, and then he had some ops, right? He had the enemy. There's always these two haters out there who like I think they were the smartest kids in the school up until that point. They're also like super slimy and shady.
Ah,
One is like tall, skinny, and then the other one is like a short, little fat guy, round. And Yeah, the tall guy was voiced by Josh Peck, and the short guy was voiced by, I
Drake
believe,
Bell.
yeah, Drake Bell. Yep. And Robot Jones was Megan.
Megan.
Megan herself. iCarly Megan. iCarly's Megan. Uh no, but trying to look at, oh, here we go. Kyle Sullivan, I believe. No, Kyle Sullivan. Oh, no. Well, seems like in some of them, not some of them, yes. Either way, one of the other voices from this show is Kyle Sullivan, who I don't know if you watched Malcolm in the Middle, or how much of Malcolm in the Middle you saw,
Hmm.
but he did have this class of Kralboins, right, which was the advanced placement class in his elementary school.
Yeah.
The group of nerds. One of the main nerds, one of the at least one of the more recurring ones. He gets at least one episode that's kind of about him.
Hmm.
But yeah, he does a lot of the voices in this show too, including, I believe, at least one of Robot Boy's friends. And I thought he was played one of the other Yogmans who were the bullies, but
Hmm.
I'm looking at the Wikipedia page and I don't think that's the case.
Huh.
Yeah, but
Good for him.
yeah, yeah.
Did he do
No,
anything
yeah.
else besides Malcolm in the Middle?
He did. I want to say the Amanda Show as well. Pretty sure I
Ah.
saw him in a few of those skits. Yeah, I'm looking. Oh, he was in Fillmore. I'm seeing here.
Ah.
Secret World of Alex Mack. He was in Seinfeld, huh?
Heh.
I'm trying to remember. Yeah, it's gonna be. I'll have to, if I ever rewatch that. But yeah, he was also in ER, Scrubs, Mad About You, News Radio, and Max Keeble's Big Move. Oh, he was in Max Keeble's Big Move. Do you remember that?
No, I don't
Oh
think
yeah,
so.
I
What's
think that was
that?
before your time. We were little
Yeah.
kids. We watched this movie about this one kid who he finds out, like, his parents find out that he's gonna move, like, or his parents, at least his dad has some kind of job update, right? He gets promotion or whatever, or I think he just can't stand up to his boss, so his boss is gonna relocate him.
Uh,
So like, they tell him, oh, we're gonna have to move. So Max is like, oh, this sucks, but this also means that I can burn all the bridges in my school.
uh,
I could destroy absolutely
uh,
everyone and everything, and it doesn't matter because I'm not gonna be here tomorrow.
that's
So
funny.
guess what he does? He goes out, kicks like terrorizes a bully with like a big stuffed animal guy, like a Barney type character. And he's also Irish, I want to say, or Scottish.
Hmm.
He does a food fight, right? Classic. I'm pretty sure there's some kind of love interest in there somewhere. I don't remember what the plot was for that, but yeah, he does a lot of things that he really ticks off a lot of people. And then it
Uh,
turns out there's
yeah.
not moving. So then, yeah, his dad kind of drops that big bum on him as soon as he gets home that day, and then everything he has to like go back and like
Face the consequences of his
yeah,
actions.
exactly, right, yep.
Yeah,
So
that's
yeah, that was
funny.
a fun movie. I'm pretty sure I have to imagine it was terrible, right? Like if I were to go back and watch it now, it would probably be
Uh,
just awful, awful movie with so much product placement. But I
uh,
remember it fondly.
there's just Asani everywhere.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. This was before we had any game systems allowed in the house. So this is when DVD menus had games in them, and they had a food fight game. Like you would literally use the remote control arrow keys to like just move a reticle around the screen until you want to hit somebody. Uh, man.
Uh, I have this one vivid memory about
Hmm.
those old DVD games
Okay.
where there was one with open season where there was like
Oh
a
yeah.
route, like I don't remember if it was like it was some sort of wheel. I
Okay.
don't know if it was like for like doing like questions or something or like that. But I
Uh-huh.
remember every time I span it, I
Okay.
feel like it was like almost 15 times in a row where it was like I lost a turn. How do you play this game?
It's
Uh,
hilarious.
yeah.
I'm curious as to what the programming behind those games are.
Oh
Because
yeah.
it's a DVD, so it's like reading data off of spinning. Well, I guess it's the same. That's what computers did too, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know. Yeah, I was never really I never really got into the like how DVDs are read.
What do you think was the last ever DVD
Ooh, I'm
game
sure. I feel like they're
made?
still
The
coming
last.
out with AAA DVD games
You
now.
think so?
Yeah, like EA's for the new Avatar Fire and
Oh
Ash.
no,
There's
I
gonna
meant like
be
straight up. It's a side thing of like like a movie DVD.
no, no. I don't think there's.
Yeah,
I don't think there's been any DVD games since Max
yeah.
Keeble's big move.
That was what killed the
Yeah,
DVD.
exactly. Yep.
They immediately switched to streaming after.
Yeah, that
Uh,
single-handedly destroyed Redbox and Blockbuster. Uh, but
All right.
yeah, I mean, like, I wonder if that could possibly make a return and in what medium, right? How
Yeah.
would you bring back like DVD menu games? Because I feel
Yeah.
like the technology has increased so much that that's not even something we think about.
Yeah. Like one of those things that I think would have been kind of cool.
Hmm.
Like you remember in Epcot, like
Okay.
before, like that one flying experience, they'd have that
Mm.
wall where you'd be able to like raise your hands and jump in order to affect like a projection on the wall.
Oh yeah.
What if
Yep.
they did
Hmm.
those before movies?
Ah, yeah. But then, like they just had everyone raise up your credit cards to this tap to pay.
You gotta get the DLC.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah,
we
no,
should
that
probably
would, yeah.
yeah.
Those are honestly like I've seen ads here and there about like people making like escape room style businesses, except instead of an escape room, it's like projector style games. And I'm like, that's pretty awesome. I want to figure out where those are.
That does sound fun. Like
Yeah.
like you could put like is it specific to the room or it's like almost like you could possibly bring this into your own home?
Well, I
Or
think it's specific to the room. Like they take advantage of the fact that they have a rented space to project things
yeah, okay,
onto
that makes
like a
sense.
cube. But I would imagine you as an individual could definitely do that using existing technologies. You could look up a Git. I could find you a Git link right now that you could download and map it for free. We have a projector
Just
in the living room. If you want, we could go ahead and do that
yeah.
right now.
Let's go right now.
Yeah.
All right, everyone. Have a good
Have a
one. Thanks
good
for coming to the
Christmas.
second bullet cereal pack. Uh,
Ah, but yeah, back to Robot Joe.
yeah, back to Robot Jones.
Another cool thing about the show I really liked that I didn't even notice until a few episodes in was that the love interest. I'm trying to remember what her name is here. Either way, the love interest, she's like this dorky girl, super tall. I think Shannon. All right.
Hmm.
Um, her voice, I'm pretty sure I've heard in other places. But oh, here we go. She voices Daphne in the Scooby Doo franchise. She was
Oh,
also Kimiko, of course, in Shaolin Showdown. Yeah,
yep, that's
she
right.
was Mandy. Oh, of course. That means she also voiced Sam and Danny
Ah,
Phantom and
yep.
Azula. Yep, there it is. Okay, yeah, I can see her face right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she does a really good job of voicing like this, like, kind of nerdy, like brace face kind of girl. But
Hmm.
I didn't even notice that she had a prosthetic leg. It
Ah,
wasn't like, yeah, it wasn't like they didn't make a big deal out of it or anything. I know like handicap, or what's a handy capable representation.
yeah.
um, I feel like that was not is either treated as a joke or done like, oh, we got a kid in a wheelchair. But no, they
Hmm.
straight up put in like this girl with like a prosthetic leg, and it wasn't like super advanced, but it was a robotic one, right? Like it looks like a
Hmm.
robotic leg. It doesn't look like your dollar store, kind of
Dollar
thing.
store leg.
Exactly, yeah. Kind you would go down to Walgreens and be like, hey, let me get one of those dollar bargain bin prosthetic legs.
It's just a peg
Um,
leg.
yeah. But yeah, she had the prosthetic leg, and then she also had braces as well as one of those wire cages around her head.
Yeah.
Which is that I thought was a really cool, that, or not really cool, but like fun character design, that they gave characters like accessories sometimes, or like maybe like defining character traits.
Hmm.
Like, she had the cage around her head. There was like this little friend, I think QB, who had these shutter shade glasses and roller skates. There was like a hipster or a hippie guy, wore sandals and had like a shaggy Beatles cut kind of. Yeah, and there was like the tall guy who had I don't know if you remember Captain Underpants, but there was the blonde kid. He's got similar
Yeah.
hair to that guy. Like,
Ah.
yeah, blonde, curly, like poofy hair. But this one's almost like it's a poofy hair. It almost feels like it's like a pompadour, but maybe not really.
Hmm.
But yeah, and it was pretty good character designs, right? They looked like they were from Schoolhouse Rock, but at the same time, they also felt a little bit um, more like they had more character, right? Like when you watch Schoolhouse Rock, you don't think, oh, what are these characters like in their day to day business, right? Like those characters exist just for that musical short. They don't really have any lives or personality outside of that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. But when you look at these character designs, you think, hey, these guys have a life. This guy's wearing a Pac-Man shirt. This guy has like board shorts. Maybe he's a surfer. But yeah, I mean, who knows, man? Oh yeah, this was also, I believe, one of the last times in Cartoon Network that they used um hand-drawn animation cells as opposed to digital ones.
Ah,
Yeah.
I didn't have
So
to
if you
see
look at
that.
if you look at the art style, it was very rough, very hand drawn. Right. If you look at like Teen Titans or Megas XLR,
Hmm.
I'm thinking of the other robot shows, right?
Yeah.
What was that one? It had like three different words in the title, like something something symbiote, mega.
Symbiotic Titan?
Yeah, that one, symbiotic titan. Yeah, those are the three
Yeah.
things that I saw.
Yeah.
Symbiotic and then titan. Yeah. Those all had like very crisp, sharp lines.
Yep.
Very action packed, adventure based. Robot Jones was not that.
No.
No, it was very hand drawn, very slice of life. There wasn't really any fights per se. There was one point where, like a competing android came. I want to say from France or something, and like he wooed everybody in the school, right? Like everyone was really into him. But then the girls started being really into him. So then all the guys turned on him immediately. And then it ended with
Mhm.
Robot Jones kind of freaking out on him because Shannon started trying to get with him.
Yeah.
So then yeah, he just as he finished his work and like, yeah, I'm done learning from you guys, and he just leaves. But then all the boys are like, yeah, you did it, Robot Jones. They think he beat him or something.
Uh, tch.
But yeah.
All right. And what are other aspects of the show that, like, plot-wise, that are pretty important? Like, we've just talked about some of the characters, but what's the day-to-day life of Robot Jones that makes him worth watching?
I'm trying to think of other shows that are similar to this. Um, One that comes to mind, I guess, would be the Emperor's New School, right? Like the cartoon spinoff or the series spinoff of the Emperor's New Groove, where Cusco is going to, I think it was
Yeah,
Cusco
the
University or something.
Emperor's New School.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, what did I say? Groove for both
I
of them?
think so. I think,
Okay.
yeah.
Well, I meant school. Okay, yeah. In any case, that one, because it was definitely a lot more slice of life, more trying to, literally, doing day to day kind of, or something like a normal kid would overcome, right, or have to encounter on a day to day. It wasn't something more fantastical like Steven Universe, where even though he's still a school kid, do we ever see him go to school?
Steven
Steven? Yeah,
Universe?
Steven
No,
Universe. Did we
he
ever?
never went to school.
Okay, yeah, he's
Connie
a
did, and he would learn about
yeah, I
school through
remember that.
her,
Oh
but he never
yeah,
went himself.
yeah,
He was too
uh,
busy protecting the world.
yeah, yeah. But no, yeah, this one was not about like he didn't have any superhero enemy, superpowered enemies or like evil geniuses coming after him trying to steal him per
Hmm.
se. He was literally just a government, I want to say robot or maybe even some kind of company that enrolled a robot into a school so that the robot can learn how to become more like a human.
Hmm.
But it is like it still has it, like it also has a home where it has a mother unit and a father unit, right? So it's not like it goes back to the company. Like they still set it up as in like a neighborhood with neighbors, and they even have like a grandpa robot in the basement.
Yeah.
Yes, it's like one of those giant computers, like the ones that are like, oh, they take up a whole room. But yeah, the mother is like a vacuum cleaner type robot, and then the dad
Ah,
is like a Roomba type robot. Or no, not Roomba, like more like a lawnmower type robot. Yeah, with like
I
an arm for a head, like or
see.
an arm coming out of its head, and it's just like a cylindrical thing with like tank
Yeah.
treads. Yeah, it's a cylinder with tank treads, so kind of like like a lawnmower with like a cylinder on top of it, and then a mechanical arm coming out of it. Then the
Yeah.
mom was like vacuum cleaner, but also kind of like a gas station, like a gas pump. That's what I mean.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, like they had a few episodes where he goes through growth spurts. So there was like one of his friends who's like super tiny. The next day he comes in and like he's like 6 feet tall.
Yeah.
Uh, there was the one where he's competing in like solving Rubik's cubes, right? So like solving Rubik's cubes became a fad at the school.
Ah.
And he at first he was like, I'm above this. Like this is child's play. Like I don't know what's so entertaining about this. But then Shannon says, "Oh, this is so cool." So he's like, "I'll solve it for you, Shannon." So then he solves it. I want to say in like 13 seconds or something like that. Something
Ah.
yeah, really fast. So then they have a competition at school, and then the Yogmans trick him. It was a this one's probably one of like not a lot of the episodes end with like a happy ending as much as just Robot Jones learning a lesson, and this
Ah.
was one of them where he enters the competition and he's trying to solve the Rubik's cube, but unbeknownst to him, the Yogmans have flipped or have switched his Rubik's cube with one where two of the stickers have been switched. So
Ah.
every time he thinks he solved it, two of the little stickers are still in opposite directions. So he's like, nope. And then he started glitching out. And like his friends had to go into his psyche, kind not really. It was more like
It's
chanting.
like
They were like yelling at him, and he envisioned them in his psyche or something like that.
okay.
Um, but yeah, eventually they pulled him out, but like he was already like I think 3 hours into the
Oh.
competition, so everyone was already gone, and he lost. Yeah. Um, but there are other ones where the Yogmans did get their comeuppance, and they like one where they try to infect Robot Jones with the virus so that they could take his head, which is pretty dark, right? I mean, he's a
Yeah.
robot, but still.
Uh,
So they wanted to they infect a robot into the or first they infect a virus into the school's computer just to test it out, and then they infect it into the robot's body, which then is actually going to lead me into this one character named Principal Madman, who is voiced by it looks like two different people. One is Maurice LaMarche, which we've talked about before. He is Egon in the Real Ghostbusters. He was the Brain in Animaniacs and Pinky and the Brain. Um,
yeah.
he was, yeah, he's Calculon in Futurama. But yeah, he's done a lot of things.
Yeah.
But yeah, Principal Madman is like, I don't know. He was designed a little bit to look like Adolf Hitler, but like chubby Adolf Hitler. Um, but yeah, he's ridiculous. Like he starts thinking that he caught a virus from Robot Jones, and then he starts trying to act like a robot the whole time.
Uh,
He's like putting on different pieces of electronics onto his body. It was a pretty fun little story for him. Yeah, he becomes more of a character throughout the series too. Like he's not just like a background character that you don't really like that you don't really have any interest in what they're doing, right? Like think of like American Dad, how they have like Principal Lewis.
yeah.
Yeah, he's kind of like that, except he's probably more. I think he probably cares more about the school. Like he's not, he's not crazy in that regard, but he is crazy in the regard that he will think that he contracted a virus from a robot, and it's turning him into a robot.
I could see Principal Lewis doing that.
Yeah, yeah. You know what? Yeah, that's true. I could also see him do that.
Yeah. Uh,
But I think it ends with Principal Madman saving everybody in like by doing something thinking that he's a robot. Like I think he thinks he's invincible or something too. And so like he puts himself in like very mortal danger and he doesn't realize it. So yeah. Yeah, overall a pretty good show. But I think it really did it did serve as like a little bit of a different different offering, right? When it came to robots in cartoons,
Yeah.
like a lot of the cartoons that we'd see before, and then I think still even after, were mostly action adventure, right? We never really get a lot of slice of life or character focused, character driven robotic series, right? Maybe
Yeah.
maybe like Symbiotic Titan. I don't think the robot was he did he have a personality?
No, there is a like the third character that's a
Mm-hmm.
robot. Like there's the two human, well,
Mm.
they're aliens, but the ones that the two that look like humans, and then there's the more like box looking one. That one is a
Okay.
robot. And then when they
Okay.
form the big robot, it's just their thoughts in that, like it has one kind of
Yeah. Yeah.
where they're both operating it. So yeah, they did have their slice of life moments. I think it's one of those shows that I should have definitely watched more.
Hmm.
And then there's
Yeah.
also My Life as a Teenage Robot, of
That's
course.
true. Yeah, but that one also leaned heavily into like
I like
honestly,
the
that was a
fight.
really good mix. I
Yeah.
would. I mean, I don't think it's made by the. Like it's not made by the same guys, but it feels like it's like a spiritual successor almost, right?
Yeah.
Even though they definitely lean more into the whole action adventures, teen hero thing,
Hmm.
it was still slice of life in some aspects, right?
Yeah. And other robot
Mm.
shows like Robot Boy, Super Bird Monkey
Yeah,
Team, Super
Astro
Force
Boy. Oh,
Go,
yeah, that one. Big guy in Rusty.
Big Guy and
I think I
Rusty.
told you about
Yeah.
that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dexter's Lab. I mean that at some point there's like a blend between robot and mech, right? Because like
Yeah.
Dexter was not, I mean, it wouldn't even consider it like a mech show at all, but it had mech influence in it. It definitely had like a lot of mech references. Whereas like
Yeah.
Megas XLR was strictly about mechs, even though it was still in a kind of like USA Western animation type environment.
Yeah. And kind of Invader Zim a little bit. We got
Yeah,
Gur.
yeah, Gur was definitely. You know what? I'm gonna put Gur up on the board along with Robot Jones.
Yeah.
Put it up on the
Uh,
board.
we need someone to make a model of what a robot with all the cartoon robots
Mhm.
combined
Yeah,
together would
there
look
you go.
like. We need someone to make that.
Yeah, somebody. I wonder who with
I wonder who.
skills in modeling.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I want to make a little 3D printed Robot Jones too. He's a pretty good design. I think the
Yeah.
only thing that is like kind of giving me pause, or at least I want to think more about, is getting that light bulb head.
Yeah, his top.
Yeah, so if you aren't seeing Robot Jones right now, as me and my brother might be. I don't know if you are, but I'm looking at a picture of Robot Jones. He's got a
Yep.
box head. It's got a big old light bulb on top of the head, not the threading, just the top of the bulb, like a
Yeah.
dome almost. And there's there, you can see there's a filament inside.
Yep.
And then the box has two little radio dials with antennas coming out.
Yeah.
And yeah, the rest of his body is just a box with claws coming out. And those, if you're familiar with Captain Underpants, you might also be familiar with his other works, like Ricky Ricotta. In, there's another one where he makes like a mouse robot.
Oh,
Yeah, he's
I
got a
don't
very
think I've heard
similar
of that
foot
one.
robot style. Yeah, but like yeah, the design of the feet with those little spiky treads, that he used that a lot in his designs. Like if you remember in Captain Underpants, there was like a big the Poopy Pants or something like that. He had like a big mech.
Professor Poopy
Yeah,
Pants. Yeah.
Professor Poopy Pants. He had a giant mech. If you look at his feet, looks just like that.
Okay. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
but yeah, honestly, I really like the character designs. I really like the music. They put in a lot of cool, like psychedelic rock, groovy stuff that you would think would be in, like again, like Schoolhouse Rock, or even just like heavy metal from the movie Heavy Metal. Um, or I mean, I don't want to say, what was that? The Daft Punk movie.
Death
You remember that
Punk.
one? Yeah, Daft Punk had like a cartoon movie, something I think like Interstellar '99 or something like that. I think
I
it was
don't.
Interstellar or something. Either way, yeah,
Yeah.
they had a cartoon movie, a lot of very cool disco psychedelic punk. That being said, that was more techno heavy. This isn't super techno, even though it is very heavy techno because of the robot aspect of it.
Yeah.
Uh,
Uh, almost everything about it is heavy techno,
for
other
real,
than
yeah.
the
Honestly, I
heavy
didn't even
techno
think that it
music
would
part.
be, but Daft Punk, if they ever did a revival, I feel like they could bring in Daft Punk to make a soundtrack for Robot
They
Jones.
could have Daft Punk voice Robot
There
Jones.
you go. All they, but like they still do the Microsoft 98 text to speech. They
Yeah.
just play it on their keyboard.
Yep.
Um, yeah, I mean, I do like the interesting, like they didn't really. I mean, so I wanted to kind of connect it to AI in terms of how we look at ChatGPT and large
uh,
language model usage, but
mhm.
they didn't really go into any of that kind of thing, right? Like none of it was about humanity being replaced by robots um, or even being assistants, really, because Robot Jones was just there to observe and to assimilate. He was
Yeah.
supposed to become popular, I think, is maybe a goal.
It wasn't to just blend in.
No. It was to like successfully become like a desirable human or something like that. Or at least
Okay.
be I'm pretty sure at one point like his mother Una is like, don't forget, like it is this furthering your goal to be popular or something like that. Yeah. Because he was like playing video games, I think. um but it is It is a very coming of age, I guess, type of story, right? A lot of it is allusions to puberty and the growths, different changes you see in your body. But then instead of farting or bo, it's like fumes
Mm,
and gas and exhaust or whatever.
yeah.
Uh, Robot Jones didn't go through a growth spurt, but he like altered his programming so his limbs would extend, but then he just couldn't control them.
Ah.
Yeah, I mean, ultimately, all the lessons are that because he's a robot, he really shouldn't be trying to become a human. Like ultimately, that's what a lot of his lessons are.
Ah.
And I said that it wasn't about human or robots replacing humans, but I did look at some things about. I think the creator talked about how he would have wanted to finish it if he
Ah.
had continued it because it did get canceled. It didn't like
Yeah.
finish on a. There wasn't any kind of conclusion or any arc per
No
se.
big finale?
No, no, no. All the episodes were pretty
Ah.
standalone. I mean, characters had reappearing. The Yogmans kept coming back, but
Yeah.
it wasn't like they went through arcs necessarily. But yeah, apparently the creator said that he wanted to end it with Robot Jones deciding that he doesn't want to assimilate and then takes over the world.
Then
Uh,
takes over the world?
yeah, then takes over the world.
Yeah.
Which like it seems like it seems such a departure from like what it originally it's like it starts with like the robot trying to assimilate, but like
Yeah.
at the same time I kind of do see it because every lesson he learns is he's like, oh well, I'm a robot, so I work more efficiently and I shouldn't be trying to dumb myself down to do this. Like my design is already at optimal length, so it's not going to go over, it's not going to do puberty, it's not going to do all this stuff. I mean, he does have an appreciation for his friends. There are episodes where like he's mean to them for a bit. Like I think his dad, his not dad, his grandpa is racist against humans. Like they make a few of those jokes, and like it kind of turns Robot Jones a little racist. So then he's like, "No, humans, I am far superior to you," and like he starts hanging out with a vacuum cleaner because he thinks it's another robot. Until he realizes that it's just a vacuum cleaner.
Shit.
um, but yeah, it's a very good show. I wish it had more. Honestly, I did want more Robot Jones after
Yeah,
watching the series.
speaking of, whatever happened to Robot Jones?
Mm.
What is the whatever happened to part there for? Is it like
Mm.
explained well, or is it something like the
Well, I
creator had to
believe it's
explain?
a reference to something else. It's a whatever happened to. I think I remember the first time I looked it up. I saw it was Baby Jane. Was
Whatever
the
happened to
first
Baby Jane?
yeah, and it looks like it was a movie from 1962 about a
Hmm.
child star who was with a
Oh.
paraplegic sister who eclipsed her as a movie star. So
Hmm.
I'm guessing it's like whatever happened to Baby Jane because like Baby Jane was the sister who wasn't
Yeah.
paraplegic. I don't know if
Oh.
that was the origin of that, but when I start typing whatever happened to the first result I get is Baby Jane. Then I get Robot Jones.
Yeah. Because why wouldn't it just be Robot Jones? Well, it's.
Yeah, it's not. At the very least, I think it's supposed to. All right, I've seen a few videos on it. It's supposed to, I think, seem like retrospective, right? Like
Mm,
you're reminiscing on your high school days. You're like, oh, whatever happened to that one kid that went to our school, right?
yep.
And I think you're supposed to like I because it's narrated by Robot Jones, so it can't be Robot Jones in the future being like whatever happened to Robot Jones.
Yeah.
But if it's maybe supposed to be that all the other characters are
The ones
reading out the
reminiscing.
title. Yeah.
Uh,
Well, yeah. I mean, maybe they're like,
and
oh, whatever
then
happened to him after he took over the world.
it's got us saying whatever happened to
Yeah.
Robot Joe.
But that is another thing, though, that now that I think about it, there is it's not a character, but like how like sometimes like the crowd in the background speaks in unison.
Nah.
Like
Yeah.
one like I mean, so you see like a more non-canonical thing is like in like Sesame Street, right? When they're like showing the numbers, you hear a bunch of kids saying like five,
Yeah.
six, whatever, right? But then maybe in like Community, like you'll hear the audience be like, "Oh, boo," or "You suck," or like "Hey,
Yeah.
I saw that guy in my thing." Like, "Oh no."
Uh,
But yeah, in this show, the not the audience, but like all the classmates sometimes talk in unison. It's not like super often that it's jarring, but like every once in a while they talk in unison, and every title card will have the name of the episode. All the students are saying the name, like they're just like talking amongst themselves, and then they'll
yeah.
say it all in like somewhat unison, right? I
Uh,
thought that was a really cool thing. But now that we talk about the title of the show, right? Maybe that's who it is. It's
it's the the group of kids.
yeah, it's the group of kids who read the title cards.
The supporting background characters.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you ever think there was like a bit of someone doing like a whole crowd of people like doing
Mhm.
long, non-interrupted, like full-on sentences of everyone talking in unison?
Yeah, it definitely happens. I don't remember where though.
Like the only one I can kind of think about is like Unity from Rick and Morty, but I'm talking about like
Okay,
a
no,
not hive mind,
right, right.
like
Like
actual people who don't know each other,
it's
just saying
everyone
the
in
same
purely in their
exact
pure
sentence at the same
free
time.
will. I want to say
Yeah.
American Dad might have done it. And then maybe Simpsons too.
It sounds like a funny bit.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, that would be a fun bit. And then
Yeah.
yeah, but then I started trying to think of like, oh, and then you expand it out. Oh, and then there's like throughout the show, more and more people start talking in unison, and then nah.
Yeah.
Sometimes you could just let a joke be a joke.
Yep.
Yeah. So I think that wraps up the show for today with Robot Jones.
Yep.
It was executive produced by Greg Miller, and it was I believe it looks like Junior Fred was the guy who voiced. Oh no, Bobby Block. Oh, Bobby Block. I don't know who
Bobby
Bobby Block
Blanc?
is, but
Yeah.
I know Barry Block is from the show Barry.
Yeah.
That's
Yep.
what it made me think of Barry
Uh,
Block. But yeah, Bobby Block voices Robot Jones in season two, and then in the season one re edits.
and who else did he play as?
He
Anyone we
he
know?
doesn't even have a link to a Wikipedia page.
Oh,
Yeah,
could
I
it have
can't
been
seem
just a
to.
one-off guy?
Could be. It looks like he was on Shrek. I looked it up on IMDb. Could have been on Home on the Range, Finding Nemo, but all of them were not like main characters or anything.
Yeah.
So yeah, I
All
mean,
right. Well,
yeah,
good for him.
yeah. I really did like him in Robot Jones.
Yeah.
It was one of those things where like I, having heard both of them, I much preferred the human voice one.
Yeah.
Even
That's
though
so
I
cool.
like the
No, I was just gonna say it's so cool that they re-recorded it for the first season.
yeah. I like the gimmick of being like a text to speech, like having a text to speech be the voice actor,
Yeah.
but at the same time, I don't know, maybe there's a way to like overlay his voice acting on top of this text to speech.
Yeah. Like
Right?
it seems fun for like maybe a side character, but for the main
Yeah,
character, it's kind
yeah,
of hard to.
mhm.
Yeah.
Think so. Think so.
They definitely made the right choice of switching,
Yeah.
even though it's the original robot voice was nice as well
Okay.
to an extent. But
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, so if anyone out there is listening who can bring back Robot Jones, bring him back.
yep, we want to know whatever happened to you.
Yeah,
Why
whatever
haven't you
happened
done it
to
earlier?
yeah Mike Stern and Greg Miller? All right. Thanks again. This has been the second bowl of cereal. If you'd like any 3D printed toys, gifts, decorations, or if you have any commissions, feel free to reach out. Robot Monkey LLC on Etsy or eBay. And David, do
Yep.
you have our links for our social media?
Yep. We've got a Spotify, we've got YouTube, we've also got a few social media platforms on Reddit and
Hmm.
TikTok. More to
Patreon
come, I'm
too.
sure. Yep, we do have a
Yeah.
Patreon as well.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Leave us comments, anything that you'd like to see in the future. And we'll be back soon with another episode of Second Bowl of Cereal podcast.
All right. Thanks for watching.
And have a second bowl of cereal on us.